Oklahoma coming into Pitt Stadium. Opened with a 19-7 win over Stanford last week. Coach Barry Switzer, 12th season, 107-21-3 his record. That's the top record among coaches at an institution 5 years or more. They're out of the Big 8 Conference. Last time these two teams played was 1975, and Oklahoma won it going away, 46-10. The temperature 60 degrees. The wind is out of the northwest at 15. Pretty comfortable afternoon. That wind is gusting sometimes to more than 15 miles an hour. Dante Wiley, a freshman quarterback, is going to be the man in the middle to return the kick for the Pitt Panthers, and Tim Lashar will kick it off for the Oklahoma Sooners. Sooners, obviously the visiting team, and on the road will be wearing the white uniforms. The very interesting part of this ball game is the speed of Oklahoma versus the muscle of Pittsburgh. This afternoon, as Oklahoma and Pitt meet for the 10th time, and it's a very short kickoff for Lashar, coming down to number 42, Anthony Brown. Brown gets a big hole and pops it all the way out to the 31. And the Panthers' first play will be out of the I formation. And they give the ball off to number 32. That is Charles Gladman. And they're pumping for the Heisman Trophy, 285. It's one of the biggest offensive fronts in all of college football. It is third down and 6 yards to go for Pittsburgh now. The ball is sitting at the 34. And from the snap set, they hand it off inside, and nothing doing there. Charles Gladman runs right into Tony Casillas. Derek Shepard is the return man for Oklahoma, very fast. Jellick spins it out of there, gives Shepard a chance to handle it, and he just barely was able to get the fair catch call off. Leads the team. They're in the wishbone formation. And oftentimes they will move a man out, and most of the time that'll be Sewell moving out, and Bradley drops straight back to throw, trying to run away from the pressure, and Pittsburgh nailed him back on the 25. Now it's Sewell moving around, going into that flanker spot. He sets up at an angle, and this time they try to take it over the left side. They give it in there to the fullback, Lydell Carr. Right now they're looking at third and very long. Third down at about 19 as Bradley hands that ball off inside to Lydell Carr, and Pittsburgh will have none of it. Barry Switzer just before the ball game said, "You're kicking, Mike," and he responded with a better than 42-yard average on 8 kicks. There's no pressure on him. And a fair catch is called by the Pittsburgh Dante Wiley. Right now, let's see what happens with Pittsburgh's second possession from their own 34. First down. Conjemi stays with ground game. They run it up the middle with Charles Gladman, a freshman out of Akron, Ohio. Dry down there now.
It's in excellent shape. It's a fast track, Keith.
All righty. Conjemi back. Play action. Pass is away. Pass is good to the tight end, Tom Johnson, out about the 39. A team like this, one would expect they'd just try to beat on Oklahoma, wouldn't it?
That's the game plan, I think.
Third down, a little more than 4, and trying to come outside with it is Gladman. And Oklahoma runs to the football as well as any team in football. Heat out of the kitchen for Jerry and folks. The kick is away by Jellick on 4th down. It's a high-hanging punt. It forces Shepard into a fair catch call. As they flex number 88, Jackson way wide to the right. Go into a true wishbone set, hand it off up the middle, and it goes to that front man. A fumble on the football, and it looks like Pittsburgh's got it. Backed him away from the football, and here the Panthers with a big break. First down at the Oklahoma 25. Conjemi pitches the ball to Gladman. He cuts it over the right side and turns it inside the 20, down close to the 16. On second down and 2, Conjemi again gives to Gladman. This time Oklahoma penetrates. Brian Bosworth, the strong side linebacker, came popping through. 3rd and 3. They're going to run it. They go to Gladman outside. They hit him, slow him down, deck him on the 20. In college football. Little pressure on him. The kick is up. Plenty of leg on it, and it's good. And so Pittsburgh, unable to penetrate for the touchdown, gets 3 points out of it on the 37-yard field goal. And it's 7 minutes and 29 seconds to play in the first half. The first quarter, the Sooners have gone to the lead.
I've never seen a kickoff with everybody lined up inside.
Well, let's see if it does anything. The ball is well back in the end zone, so there'll be no return of it. That's in the second quarter of play in that game. Danny Bradley hands it inside, and this time there's a little room for Lydell Carr. Second down and short 4, long 3 for Oklahoma. Bradley keeps it. He's spun down at the line of scrimmage as John Lewis, a corner.
Bradley's changing the play.
Steps back to throw, swings it out. Pass is complete, but it is caught by Earl Johnson coming out of the backfield, and by the time the ball got to him, Earl was already on his way down.
Keith, let me mention, Oklahoma's going to have to go deep with a pass before much longer. The cornerbacks are right on the line.
Winchester's got a good kick in the air, and Wiley takes it back on the 25 and gets 5 yards on the return back to the 30 after the 47-yard punt. Now the Panthers go to work from their 31 first down with Bailey and Gladman lined up behind Dunjimmy. Dunjimmy back, going to throw it, gets it down the middle. He threw it in the crowd, and he's lucky to get it back.
There's a flag down, but Pittsburgh came out and threw deep on first down.
Penalty flag is thrown back on the 24. Your officials today, Thomas Stammert, the referee, Bob Holliday, the umpire, Don Gooman, the head linesman, Kent Houck, the line judge, Vince Segarzi, the field judge, Virgil Deering is the back judge.
Defensive face mask.
Jimmy back to throw it again, gets it off in a hurry, and the pass was intended for Wiley, and it was underthrown position. He was listed as the starting tailback, so he's a multiple position player as well. They had it inside to Gladman, and you see the power of the big freshman from Akron as he hammers his way out to the 45 and a Pittsburgh first down. Back goes Jimmy to throw, getting some pressure, looking downfield, throws for Gladman. The pass is thrown out of bounds, incomplete. 5 pounds. And Jimmy back to throw it. Fakes it once, throws it short. Pass is dropped by number 81. Jimmy, play action, looks to throw, pressure's on. That's good pursuit. Lobbed over the middle. The pass is caught by number 25, Bill Wallace. But Bill is just over midfield to the Oklahoma 49.
I want to mention again, Oklahoma's going to have to go deep on early downs and back off the secondary.
It's a very bad punt by Jellick. It was snapped low to him. He fielded it on the bounce, then hurried his kick, and he only kicked it about 15 yards. So, man, Pittsburgh right now lined up against the wishbone with 7 people up front. Go down the sidelines with it. The pass is caught by Buster Rhymes, but he was out of bounds when he came down with it. Second down and 10 Oklahoma at their own 39. Pittsburgh leading 3-0 on a field goal. The defensive teams so far on both sides of the ball have dominated. They tried inside with Carr, the freshman fullback, with 3:10 to play in the first quarter. Bradley back to throw. Whips one to the sidelines for Rhymes. That one he threw too high.
His offensive team down, particularly Bradley.
Punt by Winchester. Good kick. Runs Wiley all the way back to his 4. And he's tough. He comes back across the 10 and out to about the 17. So the clock is just ticking for San Diego and Detroit right now. Here's the pass, thrown, incomplete. Passing for 9 yards. Neither offense able to do much so far. That's Mark Bailey at fullback. 3rd down and 7 for Pittsburgh, just over the 20. And Jimmy back to throw it again. Wants to go deep down the middle, throws it down the middle, and it is caught. And good for the first down. Panthers sitting up on their 20. I tell you, it's a hard day. 38-yard line. Jimmy goes in the air again, goes deep with it, and overthrows his intended receiver. Offensive coaches are shuffling people in and out of there. They try to run a little delay, and Mark Bailey doesn't really have a chance to get started. And Jimmy throwing again, goes down the middle with it, and it is incomplete. From his coaches about that last punt of 10 yards. This time the snap's a little better, and so is the kick, with Shepard coming up. And a fair catch is called by the up man, Sonny Brown. They need some offense, too. And so far, they haven't had any. Bradley rolls it out this time, gets his pass away, and this time it is caught by Buster Rhymes, inbounds for a first down up near the 49.
You can see that Bradley, as Keith had mentioned earlier, is best rolling out. He gets away from Goldman, the defensive end, and look at the stretch. 6'4" Rhymes goes to pull it down.
Near the 49, Bradley puts him in motion, pitches the ball back, and there's nothing doing for Earl Johnson. Second down and 11 now, and the first quarter's over. So it'll be Oklahoma possessing the ball near midfield as we start period number 3 with the Pitt Panthers leading 3-0. The ball is at their own 48. They trail 3-0 to Pittsburgh. Roll out by Bradley. The pass is incomplete. And that was close to being interference. I think the figure that jumps out right there, Frank, is that -2 yards rushing for Oklahoma.
Well, you can interpret all of these statistics by the fact that both defenses are gambling, taking chances, and until the offense can make them pay for those chances, we're going to see those numbers continue. I look for some big plays in this quarter by both offensive teams.
It's 3rd and 11 for Oklahoma. Bradley straight back. Shoots it to the sidelines to Rhymes. He's a yard short of the first down. Get a little pressure on him. He's trying to kill it deep, obviously. It touches one of the Pittsburgh players. And looks like the Panthers have recovered it. One of the men coming down to help block on the play. It is Oklahoma's ball.
Now the officials are all confused. One of Lewis is the one that it touched. It appeared to me as the one that it touched. You can see number 4 right there. It touched him. Now it is Oklahoma's ball.
So it is mistakes on both sides now that are providing scoring opportunities. Bradley gives the ball to Johnson, and Earl Johnson, slashing at the right side, is down near the 2, just inside the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal, Oklahoma. Johnson again with the ball, and he is nailed. 3rd and goal. Bradley rolls it out. He comes left with it. There's some room on the corner, and it's short of the goal line. Here's where they may miss Spencer Tillman. Bradley over the top. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Is break the plane with the ball. The player doesn't have to get across the goal line. There's no middle linebacker, so Bradley goes over the top.
Clearly over.
The ball breaks the plane of the goal line, and that's the automatic touchdown. The play is over as soon as the plane is broken.
Out of Plano, Texas, missed an extra point last week against Stanford, but he's got this one. And with 12 minutes and 59 seconds to play in the first half, Oklahoma has now gone into the lead over Pittsburgh by a score of 7-3 for Pittsburgh, as Oklahoma leads by a score of 7-3. And the kickoff is very, very short and fielded way up in front by Anthony Brown. 10-point Penn State lead. This is Conjemi rolling out, shoots his pass downfield, pass caught beyond the 40, but
The ball in.
Conjemi now 4 out of 10 for 46 yards. First down Panthers, ball out beyond the 42, handed off inside to McIntyre. Again at nose guard for Oklahoma now. 2nd down and 10 for Pittsburgh. They give the ball off to number 34, that's Craig Hayward. He's that 235-pound freshman out of Passaic, New Jersey. Conjemi back on the 3rd down and long. It is almost intercepted.
In a touchdown.
Chris Jellick not having a very good day punting so far. His longest has been 35 yards. His shortest 10. Snap is a little high this time. Gets it out of there. And up comes Shepard. And down he goes at the 20. Around and go to the other way, putting Johnson up into that flanker or slot position now. Bradley back, gets it away quickly to the sideline. Rhymes. Buster had the ball in his hands when he went down, so it will go down as a completed pass. With
Jones.
Penalties against Oklahoma. It looked like it was either illegal use of the hands or holding.
Was a running play.
Well, we're marking off the penalty here and getting definition from referee Tom Themert.
Illegal use of the hands against the offense. First down.
And it's a triple wing this time. First time we've seen the formation, and they go right up the middle with a fullback Carr. 17-0. The Buckeyes had a tough opener against the Pac-10 team Oregon State, but they're handling the Cougars pretty well today. Inside, they go to Carr, trying for the first down. On 2nd down and the short 3. They go to the fullback, and he's got the first down. In the ball game, and they've got Sewell in motion. Bradley comes down the line with it, pitches it back. Johnson is... It's 2nd down, 11 now for Oklahoma, and the handoff to the fullback looked like it was in slow motion. He's played the wishbone pretty well.
They are big and strong and penetrate. That's the key to stopping the wishbone.
Bradley back. It's thrown high to the sidelines, and it's incomplete.
Much more than I anticipated. Running on 3rd down and all of these things. I think they'll open up this quarter with Jimmy, their quarterback.
Winchester now is going to have a little wind against him. Got most of it. It's going to be short of Dante Wiley. Wiley had gone 46 yards back from the line of scrimmage, and he had no chance to catch that football. Had to let it roll. Of course, they play on the artificial surface here at Pitt Stadium. And once the ball gets to rolling, it rolls a heck of a long way.
With the wind, a fundamental mistake on Pittsburgh's part.
And Jimmy rolls out, lobs it out here into the hands of number 21, Mark Bailey.
For the touchdown, just couldn't get the ball to him.
They got Stennett wide to the top of the picture, but run the football. The punt hit one of the Pitt players, and Oklahoma recovered it on the Pitt 5 and scored on 4th down. There's penetration on the left side by number 96, Richard Reed. It was a move by, nope, wasn't Brown. Anticipate.
I think that from Jimmy.
To me like it's first down.
It is first down.
Ball up on the 25. And Jimmy throwing on the first down. Oh, look at that. Dante Jones had the ball right on his numbers. It was thrown right into his chest, and he was so startled by it that
couldn't hold.
He's been close to scoring 2 touchdowns on the interception.
Been around the football. That's what linebackers supposed to do.
Second down and 10. They pump Scales wide, and Scales finds some daylight in the first down out to the 42. Pretty quick, pretty slippery once he got out into the open field. Panthers on the first down. Jimmy gives that ball to Wiley. Wiley coming around from the wide receiver position, reversing it. Picks up about 5 yards. Second down, call it 4.5. And Jimmy hands it inside. Passes away, intended for the tight end Tom Johnson, but Keith Stanberry faked movement toward the line of scrimmage and then dropped. Derek Shepard, deep. Gillick run out of the kick. Now he's looking for some help back there, and he is caught, and he is dropped at the Oklahoma 49. With the wind at his back, he did not get the kick away. It came up a foot short of the first down on his scramble. This is Lydell Carr, the fullback, sliding around the corner. Second down and 3 for Oklahoma. And they send the fullback Carr into the middle, and Carr spins the gap they haven't plugged.
That's sometimes hard to do.
They haven't done it much yet.
Well, Carr's getting a full day's work as the big guy has it again and just keeps on thundering downfield and falls across the 30.
The offense.
Neither team able to light up the scoreboard very much so far. Well, they stay, when you got something going for you, stay with it, I guess. Bradley on that reverse to Buster Rhymes. Rhymes, a former running back, has 3 blockers in front of him. He's got a crack. He's close. And down at the 1.
To chase the quarterbacks, all 3 backs going, and then you pitch the ball back to Rhymes, number 4, the wide receiver. He juggles it, but you've got 3 and 4 blockers out in front of you. It's just a matter of him choosing which way to cut. He finally gets knocked down after 26 yards on the 1-yard line.
Goal, Oklahoma on the Pitt 1. Bradley keeps it, dive. Didn't get there. Same play, Bradley. Same result. Short. Unless they fight through the stack and find him. It's a touchdown. They found him on the bottom. Both touchdowns for the Sooners. Leshar's in for the extra point kick, and it's good. 3 lead. And
both scorers coming after Pittsburgh mistakes.
Pittsburgh mistakes. That's exactly right. This kickoff is well back into the end zone.
So both touchdowns against Brigham Young were set up by the defense.
And Jimmy on first down, some pressure on him, and they get him behind the line of scrimmage, back on near the 15-yard line. A 5-yard loss on the play.
A pretty good game last week, but Reed has been outstanding.
Swing pass is thrown out to Mark Bailey coming out of the backfield. There's 3 timeouts remaining. Oklahoma has 2. They spent 1. And Jimmy back getting pressure. They got a hand on him. They got him locked down, and it was Darrell Reed, defensive end, number 40, that pressured him first, and there's to hit it up around the 5, and Shepard is waiting back inside the Oklahoma 45. Gillick gets it out, and Shepard coming up on the move. He's going to try to go with it. Gets through the first wave, and he is caught and brought down at the Pittsburgh 37-yard line. There's that pressure as well, and they're right now leading Pittsburgh 14-3 and sitting in pretty good shape as Bradley pops out of the pack. And Danny Bradley, who's a fine scrambler gets inside the 25 and down to about the 23 for an Oklahoma first down. And they're going without a huddle now, trying to save as much time. They have no timeouts remaining. Bradley straight back, gets it away in a hurry. Buster Rhymes catches it and then loses it as he falls down on the 10.
Audibles this year was giving Bradley a little bit of a problem. He didn't use them last year and a few passes. Now with using audibles, possession type passing.
And he's looking around, checking his people again. Straight back, short drop, quick sideline pattern thrown to 33 Patrick Collins. Bradley gets it down the middle. Pass is caught by Shepard. Shepard is loose and touchdown Oklahoma. Have Tillman and Casillas is banged up. Kevin Murphy is sidelined with a badly sprained foot, and now Shepard, after this great effort, is down on the field.
You see what a tremendous athlete he is. He jumps high to catch the ball. Defensive halfback Dean misses him, and then Callahan, number 31, couldn't prevent him.
Oh, I see what it was. That Pitt player got there as he was rolling down, and he took a knee right in his stomach. Danny Bradley said the passing game might shock Pittsburgh. I think it probably has. The extra point kick is good by Leshar. And so it's now 21-3 coming up on halftime.
And the field position was set up by mistakes and a poor kick the last one.
Leshar knocks it down to the goal line, to the 2-yard line, where it is picked up by Anthony Brown for the Panthers. Brown gets
about a 2-minute offense.
John Conjimmy to throw it. Pass is overthrown and incomplete, intended for Bill Wallace. Casper has not seen the ball, the flanker for Pittsburgh. He's to the bottom of the picture. Conjimmy looks into that bright sun, trying to find somebody to throw it to, but there is nobody to throw it to.
Well, we're repeating. Coaches think he's going to be one of their best.
And the first half is over, and you got some hoops from the home folks at Pittsburgh as the Oklahoma Sooners lead the Panthers by a score of 21-3. Mo will get the football to start the second half. Lioncourt kicks off for Pitt. Rhymes and Shepard are deep. And it's Shepard 3 yards deep in the end zone. And it's 20 with Bradley. Back to throw on the first down play. Goes to the sideline. Buster Rhymes. Rhymes can't hold on to the football. Give you the secondary in a minute as Bradley turns and hands the football off to Patrick Collins. Passing play, rather, and then a running play. Danny Bradley on a deep drop. A lot of pressure on him. Ducks away from it. Gets outside. And he's got a first down.
Had him for a loss. Look at the right of you. First, the left of your screen. Now he dodges a couple of... yes, that was Smith. And then sprints down the boundary, keeps his foot in bounds.
At their own 32, leading 21-3, and Bradley again on that quick drop goes outside. Shepard makes the catch, and look at this.
First down. Shepard is quick. He's a good runner. You can see him do a little sidestep, and Dean goes to the ground. A couple other Pittsburgh Panthers miss him, and as Keith mentioned, only one man stopped him from going a long distance.
Now 43 yards on 3 catches for Shepard. He scored 1 touchdown. First down Sooners. Ball at their 43. Bradley going down the line with it. Going to keep it. This is the kind of stuff that works well against the Stanford Cardinals. Now Oklahoma on the Pitt side at the Panthers 42 now. As the Sooners come out moving the ball. This is Carr, the fullback, in. Right now, the Sooners are chewing on the Panther defense. Call it second down and 9. Bradley pitches that ball outside. Ball is dropped by Sewell, and Sewell can't get back to it, and Pittsburgh's got it. It's on the ground. The defense has a very good chance to get it, and they did. And Conjimmy's going to go to the air, deep down the sidelines, thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, and the Pittsburgh Panthers are yelling interference. Out of the backfield deep.
Deep drop this time by Conjimmy on second down and 10. Throw short to Wallace. Wallace is caught and dropped at the Oklahoma 46. Backer spot. Boy, I tell you, they're young. Look out down the road. Third down, call it 4 for Pitt. Quick pop out here for Wallace. He gets away. Kind amount of comeback here in their first possession of the second half. And this possession is very important. Conjimmy looking to pass. Can't do it. Conjimmy has protection. Lobs it up for Wallace in the end zone. Touchdown! Great catch by Wallace. And the Panthers are back in the ball game. 21-10 ball game. That is a high hanging kick to Shepard, and he muffs it and will not return it. And so Sooners go to the ground game. Hand the ball off to Steve Sewell. They're 6 now as one drops off. Coming outside with the football and a first down. Lydell Carr, 11. Carr's outside and loose. Whoa, look at that movement.
Pickett, the right guard. Watch the blocking develop. Pickett, number 71, weighs 270. Dittingham, 265. Picks up a good block from Sewell, number 13. Another good block. Tell who that is downfield, but Carr makes a nice run.
If Sewell had been able to get a hold of Callahan and get him down, I'm not sure what Carr wouldn't have scored. But he missed him on the block. Oklahoma, Pitt, 46. Sooners trying to respond to the Panther touchdown as we start the second half of play. Danny Bradley gives the ball inside. First down, ball just inside the Pitt 39. Again, Carr. And a penalty flag.
Pitts is doing it at halftime. Let them make those adjustments.
Pitt's offside. They'll take the play. More yards.
Exactly what we're talking about as soon as this penalty is over.
They'd rather have 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 4. Before for Oklahoma. They started this possession at their 20. This is Carr. Carr steps away from that one tackler.
Wide side, forcing you to go in the boundary.
Second down, 2.5. That's Carr again.
Great man he was. Distinguished long career he's had.
Ball is at the 27 for Pitt. And they give that ball to Carr again. He's going to sleep well tonight. They wrestle him down this time right about the line of scrimmage. Standing alongside him.
They were on my staff for many, many years together. They're close friends. Long time.
Bradley on that short drop whips it out to Derek Shepard. Shepard is locked by... Bradley rolls it to the open side of the field. Dumps it off. Got it there too late. They want a field goal try now. And the ball is going to be spotted at the 23, 28. It'll be a 38-yard shot, and it is no good. As if it really truly mattered. Tunjimi back to throw it on first down. Gets it away over the head of Bill Wallace. 5:29 to play in the third quarter. 21-10 Oklahoma. They try the running game one more time. I think a little breathing trouble with it. Third down on that loss and 14. Third and 14 for Jimmy to throw it, looking and looking. Gets it away. He's got Wallace wide open. Wallace has got some help. And it's a first down at the Oklahoma 45.
Out open early for practice, as we say.
Gladman carries on the ground.
Run behind Fralick and throw the ball. That's their best chance to win.
Second down and 7. Jimmy pops it down the middle, and that's incomplete. 44 was there to break field now. But it reads pass here. And Jimmy drops. Gets it off to the sidelines. Penalty flag thrown. Bill Wallace was knocked down. It gives them a first down. It gives them a substantial amount of real estate.
Then push the man down and get a touchdown. But balancing all things, I think it was a good...
27-yard line now. Pittsburgh, first down. Oklahoma defense being back down the field. Passes away, and it's off the hands of Chuck Scales. Swinging. Throw again. Passes away, good to Wallace. Wallace is caught.
He wants 7, but he wants to be sure not take the loss and throw for an interception.
Gladman.
Here are the total yards. Oklahoma 78 passing, 156. Pittsburgh 150 passing and 42. That's pathetic.
Loss back to the 18. Second down and 12 to Jimmy, and wants to get it away. Goes into the corner with it. And it's Oklahoma 18. Minute and 57 to play in the third quarter. Play action gives Jimmy time. Gets it off. Incomplete. Here on ABC. 35-yard field goal by Mark Brasco. He is no good. On a senior out of Muskogee. Played a lot during his career. And they give the ball away to Patrick Collins today. And Florida State, I think, is going to be one of the tough teams of the year. Another big day for Greg Allen. And a new Florida State rushing record. Bradley pitches that ball outside. And it is 3rd down and 7 for Oklahoma. And Lydell Carr is back in there. It reads pass. It will be. No, it's a draw as Bradley comes up the middle with it and steps away to a first down.
The quarterback draw. Watch the guard. Right in the middle, you can see the blocking take place as Bradley takes 3 steps back and the rushers just take themselves right out of the play. A big opening for Bradley, a good cut there, which allows him to make enough yardage for the first down.
7 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter, and this is Carr running up the middle. And after 3, 21-10 Oklahoma. We'll continue after this commercial message and a word from our local stations. 3rd quarter stats.
Oklahoma leads in first downs and rushes. Pittsburgh leads in passing. In this 3rd quarter, Pittsburgh scored 1 touchdown and missed the field goal. Oklahoma has not scored.
2nd down and 7. Bradley back, looks and loops it. Downfield, he's got Rhymes wide open, and down he goes. And again, the pass was late.
Defensive cornerback is coming up, playing the run, number 28. Watch number 28, and all of a sudden, Rhymes goes wide open. There's nobody there. That's the danger that you worry about, and you try to defense the wishbone. Your defensive backs get over anxious to support the run. Rhymes is wide open. Had it been a perfectly thrown pass, it would have been a touchdown.
It's first down, Oklahoma at the Pitt 21. Bradley now 9 out of 15 for 129 yards and a touchdown. Inside goes Lydell Carr. 2nd down and 1. Into the middle goes the play. The surge for the first down. Looks like they've got it. Illinois beat Missouri last week. On first down, I suppose they could conceivably get a first down, but on 2nd down, they go inside with Carr, and Carr is going to be benched and brought down just about the 7. 3rd down from the 7. Bradley on a deep roll is under pressure, but he runs away from it. He's trying to get away from Coleman. He gets his pass away in the end zone. Touchdown to Keith Jackson.
We watch Jackson see what happened. The Pittsburgh players are complaining. Looked to me like that Jackson does inadvertently push the man, number 31, right here. Let's see in just a minute. Coming up, he's going to push. His inadvertent push right there. Jackson just bumps him. That's right, and that's not illegal. That is not illegal. Inadvertent, not obvious, not intentional.
And 28 seconds to play in the football game. The kick is up and good, Belashar, and 27-28. That's a lot of points to make up. 18 points. They chewed up 5 minutes and 19 seconds of the clock and rebuilt the lead to 18 points. Dante Wiley 3 yards deep. No. As soon as those fights are over, I'm heading to Switzerland and around the golf or 2.
You going to play golf in Monaco?
I don't think so. I'm going to Lausanne.
And your wife's going with you.
Kanjimi in trouble, but running away from it, and he is finally corralled. But it appears to be a knee. And Cummings is into the lineup. John gets the pass away. The pass is incomplete. 21. 3rd and 9. They've got 3 wide people now as John Cummings drops back to throw. The pressure is on. The pass is away. The pass is good.
Holding. Offense. Refuse. 4th down.
Some of the folks are going home. Not a particularly good kick. And Sonny Brown in the receiving position for the Pete's on the Pitt defense right here. They give the ball to Carr, and Jerome Ledbetter comes into the backfield now for Oklahoma. 2nd down and 8 for the Sooners. Bradley with that little quick drop, little pop outside, and it's going to be a first down and a fumble, and Pittsburgh's got the football. First down, Pittsburgh, ball just beyond their 41. John Cummings looking for some protection, gets the pass off, it is complete. 26 yards for Bill Wallace. Cummings again going to the air, throws this one behind Wallace. Cummings on a deep drop this time. 92's got him, Casillas, Tony Casillas. Down the middle, Edmund looks it, grabs at it, can't come down with it. On 4th and 24, they'll punt it. Gillick is in, Sonny Brown deep for Oklahoma. He has not had a good day kicking the ball. It takes an Oklahoma bounce. Everything's going bad right now for the Panthers. First down just outside the 33, leading 28-10. They'll stay on the ground as long as Pittsburgh will allow it. It was -2 in the first half. This is Sewell, and Sewell has got the first down as
Pittsburgh has everybody on the line of scrimmage rushing.
This is the freshman Collins in the second half and took it right into the end zone to make it 21-10. But they haven't been able to do much since.
And making mistakes. Could not run the football. You got to run the football some.
The pass is away, and over here wide open as Bradley hits Sewell, which gives him 12 out of 18 for the day and 161 yards, plus the fact he's accounted for 2 touchdowns. Up the middle goes Carr. And Carr has a first down for Oklahoma, just short of the Pitt 10-yard line.
Up the middle, a little trap play, good blocking by Chuck Thomas, number 73, the all-conference Big 8 center. Good blocking downfield. The tight end gets down and makes the block there. Carr just continues to fight for yardage and eat up the clock.
Well, he's
from Enid, Oklahoma.
Got it again. This time there is a collision.
Well, I'm impressed with the Oklahoma offensive of college football, I think. Barry Switzer communicates, I think, as well as anybody the game has ever seen.
There's your option to the outside. Steve Sewell, touchdown. Beat Pitt 46-10, and they're laying it on them here today in Pittsburgh.
The triple option, fake to the fullback, take it outside. Good block by Collins, 32. Pitch the ball to Sewell. Picking up the block of Collins, a halfback in the split end. Down the field and over the top. Touchdown. Great run by Sewell.
Kyle Irvin, who is a freshman quarterback from Broken Arrow, does the holding for Oklahoma. The kick is good, and it's Sooners 35, Panthers 10.
Passing to keep the drive going on both of those possessions.
Lashar almost fell down. He stumbled before he kicked that ball, but he still got it off pretty well, and Dante Wiley brings it back outside the 20. Kind of hunch Dave McClain's Badgers might be a nettlesome bunch in that Big Ten this year. Cummings pass, quick pop, incomplete. It's Baylor. Pitt plays Temple next week over in Philadelphia. Down the middle, penalty flag. Pass is caught by Craig Hayward.
Pittsburgh.
Ineligible man downfield. Quarterback, huh?
And Bear Bryant came in the next year. No, I'm sorry, Bear came.
Intercepted. The pass is picked off. And it could be, it is. Touchdown, Oklahoma, Ricky Dixon. From the arm of Cummings, and Dixon picked it off and had a free walk to the end zone.
Dixon gets a tremendous break on the ball, coming up, catching the ball, going forward. You can see breaking in front of the receiver. Perfect timing on his part, laying back, inviting the throw, then coming up in front, has clear sailing, 41 yards for the touchdown by Oklahoma. A very young football team. A victory like this, so impressive, can help them many, many ways, mainly momentum and confidence.
The extra point kick is good at 3:11 to play in the football game, and it's now turned into a blowout. Oklahoma 42, Pitt 10. Possibly have shifted back toward the middle of the state with the Nittany Lions. This Pittsburgh team's loaded with talent. It's not quite at the point where the offense can be very productive. That cuts me up a little. Handoff is inside.
And it's taken the running game away from them, forced into a single passing game, and that's not good. You have to have a good mix.
Cummings throws the ball. Pass is caught. And Tom Brown.
Wisconsin won by 1.
Cummings back to throw here as Pittsburgh is being pummeled by Oklahoma.
For coverage and played it well. I know that the defensive coaches are very pleased with the performance.
Cummings trying to go deep downfield, has a man off his hands and complete. They go down after a week off to play Texas at Dallas. Right now it looks like the Sooners might go into that Texas game quite possibly undefeated. 5 points for the Horned Frogs.
Jim Wack is a good football coach.
Little short pass is complete to Wallace. Virginia got 14 first quarter points and then hung on to beat Virginia Tech up at Blacksburg. A penalty flag is thrown as Cummings goes deep with it. To get everybody a little game time here now with a minute and a half to play. And Cummings is back to throw again under some pressure. Throws it out short to Brown. Brown's coming back the other way, getting a little help. And gets That's inside the 30.
You heard it. They'll be happy on the farm out west, won't they?
That pass is dropped. And 3 or 4 of them on his hands now.
Critical year for him and a big win today.
Cummings' pass is caught inside the 25 at about the 24. Oklahoma 24. And 25 seconds to play now. John Cummings continuing to throw into the end zone. The pass is incomplete, intended for Jeff Casper. It is a fine thing to make the trek halfway across the country and beat a team like Pittsburgh as soundly as Oklahoma has today. And there's a pass drilled toward number 24, Stennett.
The rule comes into effect. Penalty is at the point of the infraction.
Lob pass toward Bill Wallace in the end zone. This should be the last snap of this ball game. Lob pass toward the corner. Casper trying to run to it. Can't do it. And we'll get one more. We've got 2 seconds to play. The Panthers face. And it has today. Cummings pass dropped. Game is over. Your final score. The Oklahoma Sooners 42, Pittsburgh 10.